Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Marc from CricketBatInfo, and today we're doing another B3. This is a custom bat, and before we go on, I just want to remind you to please keep hitting that like button. I know there's 500-600 of you who really support the page, so please hit that like button and try and get the page noticed. So this is the typical B3 cover, really good quality blade cover. So pretty much the same quality as you'd get from the old Gunner Moore. And what we have here is a custom shape. So what is actually going on here is B3 actually do a root shape. So just to show you what's going on with this bat, I've headed over to the B3 webpage, gone to custom series bats, and in there they'll show you their current top 6. And this one that says that it has its roots, that's the Joe root profile, that one there with the super short blade. So we'll go in and have a look at that. Let's have a look if I can see this in 3D. So here's my 3D model. I'll go to full screen. Hang on, that takes me. And we'll see if we can rotate this the right way. No, it didn't go the way I wanted, so we changed it around there and see if I can, yep, there you go, there's the profile there, and I'll zoom that in. So this one, because they say 32.2, that just indicates 2 mil of concaving. I guess you could ask them to do 32.0, which would be no concaving, but it's all to do with what they've got available. Yeah, it doesn't really show us much, but that's the profile if you're interested. And the owner has actually said, yeah, make me the root shape, but can you make it short handle length blade instead of the short blade? So he's gone for a slightly different setup. And I'll bring in the GN just to show that it's not the typical root shorter blade setup. It was made sometime last year. It's a Crown Willow bat. Now their Crown Willow is their top Willow, which is low density and also, you know, good rebound and what they would give to their pro players. So you can see here some nice grains, a bit on the faint side, and that's more to do with the fact that they've done the knocking on this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grains. It's got the toe guard on, so I'll have to check the top here. The grains are a bit skewed. They're not dead straight through the top here, but this bat would be about density, not so much about little aesthetics like that. You can see here with the oiling going on that the marbling and things like that on the back here have become a bit darker. Otherwise they would look like that. So he has actually told me, the owner, which is David from Tasmania again, that he's oiled this bat, and you can tell it's got that really dark yellowy sheen to it. The shape itself is, you can see there a pronounced duckbill, mid-middle, with that edge profile sort of concentrating, and probably from here to about there is your hitting area, which a pro player would generally hit in around the same place. He's gone for the clear on black stickers, which I do actually think look good. I actually wish I got my bat with these stickers. I got the black ones, where these are the clear ones. They really show the willow through, and I guess it's what Gunner Moore has been going through with the new Icon series, you know, to show a bit more of the wood. Although theirs are pretty much fully clear. And I think Josh Gavin has a completely clear sticker, which he doesn't even have the black outline, if you want to go that level of clearness. So the handle itself is pretty much feels like a Gunner Moore style handle, that sort of slightly semi-oval, thick sort of feel. The actual splice it's not like the Trot, or what was it? I think it was the Trot, where you could see the splice because it was just so big through that area there. We've got here the same handle set up as they normally do, which is 2 cork and a rubber in the center. Nothing sinister going on there. So extending that bat up this way obviously put more wood in the bat, and probably would have cost a little bit of bat speed, but maybe has aided pickup slightly. You can see that edge at the shoulder there is really thick. I haven't measured any of the specs for this, by the way. That's 2 centimeters nearly. Measure the depth here, and it's still 40, so it's still quite reasonable. Edge size should be pretty big. So it has been knocked, so I can see some rounding. So it's about the 40 mil mark there. Down here at the toe, that looks incredibly thick. So I can see here 27 mil, and in the center there, 31. I'll leave a link in the description for what the normal root profile is, but then it's all dependent on what you get made. I mean, this is a custom. So if you wanted to get this bat made with this weight, with this quality willow, it would be 6373. That would be the number you would give to them if you're really keen on this shape. And they basically whack that into they've got the CNC number, the design, and what weight willow, what density cleft was actually selected to get that particular shape. Because you remember, all of the B3 bats are shaped by CNC. So this one's a lot bigger than the bat I just did. And we're looking here at about a 67 mil spine, I would say. Maybe more. Yeah, 67. So that should just get through the gauge, which we'll test now. Yeah, she's a big profile. Have a look at that. Massive. They use a 4.5 mil camber, so it's not quite the 5. Yeah, it almost touches right there, and that's pretty much just shy of mid. So it's a big profile, isn't it? And just sort of extending that edge this way should give it should still have something here. It's all dependent on the willow, obviously. So have a feel what it actually picks up like. I think it's a heavy bat, so yeah, it doesn't feel heavy yet, actually. It actually feels really light in the hands. It's impressive. It feels much lighter than that laver and wood that I just had. Geez, that feels under 2.9 in the hands. The pickup is just extraordinary. So somebody's done some good balancing on that. Let's see what it weighs. Yeah, it's what I expected, close to 211. Yeah, it's an incredible pickup, and it's all aided by that big thick shoulder there. Light for its weight, 211 with those specs, and fully full, that should be a 214 bat easy. My guesstimation, 213 maybe. I really want to tap it up straight away, but I guess I've got to hold myself back. And at this point, remind you, please hit that like button if you really enjoy what this page does. It allows, you know, players to send in their own bats, and we'll review them. It's not just stuff off the shelf. You're not just liking the page, you're liking what that player has actually done to help you see that bat. So hit the like and subscribe if you really enjoy what's going on. It's really big, isn't it? Look, compared to that, which this is a 285. It's just massive. Look how thick that toe is by comparison to a GN and the shoulders. It's definitely low density willow. So remember, the rebound is what we're looking at. A played in bat versus a knocked bat. So I'll place that one there. And we'll start at the toe and work our way up. Beast. Yeah, with play in, this would just be a beast. It's really nice, really nice. So yeah, well done to B3. Those crown bats are just extraordinary. One little pin knot there, and obviously this sort of stuff going on the back, but that doesn't matter. The oil has really brought that out. If you want to avoid that sort of thing, rather than oil, go for that sort of wax compound. Some of those are a little bit lighter. Some people don't even oil the back of their bats, which I wouldn't recommend. but just lightly oil, or if you want to, you can slightly thin down your oil with a tiny bit of terps, or keep it in the sun. Some people say that bleaches the raw linseed oil. Not so much keep it in the sun, but give it access to direct sunlight. Over time, it should lighten up, just like this channel, lighten up. So, well done to David NB3, beautiful custom crown bat. These are very, very special bats. Hard to see. I see a lot of them obviously, but there's not that many of them out in the wild, and they're specially made custom bats. Normally a crown includes the whole sit down with the master bat maker or designer and going through it for you to come up with exactly what they're going to make. So it's a great service. This is not an ad for B3. What this is to try and get you to think about not just buying off the shelf, think about these custom bat options. I mean, you know, you're worried about your toe breaking all the time. Well, there's a difference. You're worried about your shoulders breaking. There's a difference. You want big edges. You can still have that. You want to spend $800, $900, $1,000 on a bat. Well, you can still do that and get good quality Willow, but get exactly what you want. So that's the beauty of a custom bat. So well done. That's B3.